Your Thrasher T-Rex bite it, yeah? You can put it in your big colossal T-Rex. yeah, we're not going to use the human characters for that at all. Kids have imaginations, don't they? Yeah, move the tail down, you've got to roar. Move the tail up and down, you can bite and throw things. And also, the feet actually have a stomping sound to them, which was first introduced by the Red Rex that Kenner had. And then I think it was sort of left until Jurassic World with their Stomp and Strike T-Rex came out. And we don't talk about that. In fact, I probably will bring it up here because, just as a comparison, because, it's going to be a good comparison. But, without further ado, how about we get this thing out of the box? Why do I have that song in my head? Harry Potter magic things. Oh, God. Oopsie daisies. Did I just break the light? Oh, there you go. Oh, beautiful. Look, you can put the box back together when you're done with it. And here it is in all of her glory. Look at her lovely sculpt. I remember when I first saw this, I don't know, this is supposed to be that same T-Rex, where it was on the Ellen Show or something. It was on some sort of American morning program, and I'll put up an image of it because I used it as a thumbnail, and just the T-Rex was like so wide-hipped, but if you look at this thing, they fixed it. I don't know what version they had there, because it wasn't the Super Colossal, because even the Super Colossal at the front doesn't look like that, and the one that they used, the one they used on their show was this one, because it had all the cuts for the necks and articulation, but it was so wide-hipped. So obviously, that was a prototype or something that they showed off, or they heard all of our comments and were like, whoa, what's wrong with that? And toned it down, because there was something weird about that T-Rex. But like I said, as you can see there, look at that, because the other one was like out here. It was like, there's some childbirth and hips, and look at it there. Look how good it looks. So, size comparison? Should we, before we get into sound effects and stuff, let's bring Alan. There you go. Even though it doesn't look really anything like Alan. Of course, remember this character is actually bigger than the other ones that we're going to get, the human characters at least anyway. So, if I was to get down here like a true man-child, you should have a good look at it. Love the eye detail on that. Finally, we have a T-Rex with a circular pupil. Yes! God, it only took us how many years to get that right? Wait, did the Red Rex have it? Oh no, the Bull T-Rex had it. Red Rex had a slit eye like a snake, but the Bull T-Rex did have a circular eye. But it's nice to see Rexy herself get, because that Red Rex is supposed to be Rexy. Look how times have changed here. How many years later? 25 years later, and look how much you have changed. Look at that. Look at that. Time's been good to you. I've got to admit, this T-Rex looks so much like the sculpt. And I'm going to say it, this T-Rex looks a lot better than this Red Rex. Now, a lot of people have begged the question, so does this mean Mattel's better than Hasbro? Oh, I mean, well, that's obviously true. Is Mattel better than Kenner? And it seems like everyone's jumping on a bandwagon with these toys because they're new. Remember last time, Jurassic World, we were all singing the toys' praises until we woke up after the honeymoon period was over. So I think people are doing the same with these toys and the Kenner ones. It's like, yeah, they're way better than Kenner. These are the best ones we've ever had. We've had them for like 2 weeks. We don't know if they're going to last the ages. I will admit, the sculpt for this T-Rex, as you can see right here, looks beautiful. It looks really, 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 really good. That's better than this sculpt. That's better than the Red Rex's sculpt by far. But as far as quality goes, I still love the rubber-feeling skin. And this thing is 25 years old. Yes, it's broken. The posture is a bit as well with the arms, because the Red Rex's arms are like that, whereas these ones are way better. For some odd reason, I don't know why they did that, because it was based on the Stan Winston maquette. And this is electronic. It's different. It reflects the times we're in. I mean, this had a roar. Like, well, you could do that to open its mouth. You could stomp to make the stomping noises, which is broke now. You could also open the mouth down here with a spring mechanism that's actually broke now. I wouldn't go as far as saying that it's better. I really wouldn't. I would say that they're both... I'd say they're both solid 10s. Not even 9. They are both solid 10s. Somebody wanted me to give these 10 out of 10. You cannot compare this to this is completely different. Just so I'd clear that up with you guys, because some people were a bit annoyed. I was like, they're not 6 or 7s. In the grand scheme of things, they are. They're good, but they're not amazing. They're not like throw all your money at them, you know what I mean? So if you look at the bottom, we'll focus on that. This is the Stomp and Strike little underfoot. So there you go, you can just kind of have in your game. But the strange thing is it like sticks out. And this is actually the trigger for the toy to know if it should make the stomping sound. So if you press on it, there it is. And that's actually a really nice sound effect. I can't remember the one for the Red Rex, but it didn't sound like that. This sounds a lot better. I mean, you know, it's 25 years old, but still. You've got like the little speaker there. Don't like looking at it. You've got moving arms, which can only move it up and down. And really, look how solid that stood. No wobble or anything on that. Jeez. I love how you get this like secondary animation from it. You can just shake it and look at that head. It sort of moves there. I'm just wobbling it a little bit. Okay, let's perform that classic roar. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, also like you've got like the shaking sound effect. So when you pick up and grab a figure and it's like whoosh whoosh, it makes that sound effect. There, look at that. If I get it like really close up to the mic. Yeah, whoosh. I really like that. It's a shame. Hold on, can we... So this is the pickup sound effect when it's about to lunge for Alan. Ah, that's great! Look at that! Nyam. That's awesome! Hold on! We need to make him eat Alan! Oh, actually, he's a bit too big. I think I need to pick up the T-Rex in order to do this. He's gonna get him! He's gonna get him! And... Oh, yeah! Oh, by the head! And shake him! Ah, holy crap, that was amazing! That's exactly what like a kid sees when they play with these toys, but it actually happened! You know what? I get what they were trying to do for balance, but this toy, I mean, even the legs kind of rotate like that. You can see, you can pull the legs out. So, if I've got to be honest, there's no real need to have these twisty feet. I get it, it's for balance, but you've got everything else. The toy itself's really well balanced. You've got the hip joint, so really, if you need to, well, you don't need to. So I would say having these rotating feet, actually a bad thing. Like playing-wise, it just ends up twisting the feet and stuff. And it's another thing that could eventually just fall off. What kind of T-Rex has a foot like that? look how far she's come, waddling about there. If you put it sideways feet. I can grab Alan. And we can do the roll. I don't know, because the feet move, it's quite hard to get a grip. I know it's a bit of a weird thing to say.
Beavers, get your life together, mate.
It's sort of slipping from underneath this hand, all the feet. All the feet, both feet. It's a really good mechanic. It's just, like however they showed it in the Mattel demonstration, they made it look so easy. But like, if you hold the feet down here, the feet slip away. And if you hold it up here, like a bit like a gun, like a kid would, like that, there you go. I can do that. That's easy. But then when it comes to actually biting them, it just gives. Like the leg gives before I can do it anymore. You're supposed to roll when you put your mouth like that. Yeah, like I can't, it's just too big. There we go. And then can we throw them about? Yeah. And then one final. Oh my god. You're supposed to roll, damn it. Oh, that's it. It's down and to the left. Or not. But if you just, I'm looking at it in the camera and it just looks so good. Look at that. What's my favorite so far? I'd say like Toast is my favorite, but this, if you want one T-Rex, get this one. Oh, man. I mean, time will tell if this mechanic will work in the future. Like, that's the only way. I mean, right now, like, you can't even hear the mechanics. You can't really hear the squeaking or the clicking of the workings inside. The only thing you hear is the clicking of the jaws. And to be honest, if you hear that, like, the sound of the T-Rex actually covers up the mechanics really well, that little click anyway. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Messing about aside, how about we make that all-important comparison to the Chomp and Strike T-Rex that Hasbro crapped out? Let's see if I've still got it. I found it. I got it. I got it. Yes. Yes, yes, here it is. Oh, this is the Chomp and Strike T-Rex. Yes, separated by 3 years of manufacture and amazing reviews. The Chomp and Strike T-Rex from Hasbro and the Thrash and Throw T-Rex. Which one's better? First, let's compare them side by side. We have to get this guy's good side because look, bullet holes. So I'm sorry, Rexy. We're gonna have to turn you this way. Okay. Well, let's get them both around about the same height. There you go, ish. That's the best we are gonna do. Oh Lord, look at it! Oh my God. Let's compare, shall we? Let's compare. That stomping
Look at
sound
the beavers.
before we do anything, because they both have that. So let's hear the Chomp and Strike for Hasbro. Oh. Okay. And then your footstep. Ooh, so this one's a lot more bassy. And this one's way more clear. The Mattel one's way better. Okay, let's do the roar down, I think it was. Okay, got a very guttural T-Rex sound effect. Okay, let's try this, guys. This one sounds like it's just about to bite its prey. Like, you hear this, that's like, and then it bites. This one's more like, see this. I will say, however, that the Chomp and Strike, this one, only has one sound effect, whereas this has 2. So, now the classic roar! Okay, and then this guy's roar. So, you see, you can't go back down without doing that. Why are you doing it a third time? You're done. Yes, we get it. Oh my God. It is actually the same. Oh, shut up. Oh my God. Nobody wants to listen to you. They're both the same roars. And I actually, as far as sound effects go, that's really all this had going for this Chomp and Strike. That's the only part that the Chomp and Strike could hold a candle to with this new Thrash and Throw. Now, if we look at aesthetics-wise, we just like get that guy out of the way, Chomp and Strike. You've got this awful, awful tail. What were they thinking? It's freaking awful, but it's a different color. It's completely hollow. If we get like a side shot, I can squish it so I can feel the air capacity in the middle. Like, listen to this. That's me squishing the air in the middle. One thing that it comes down to with these two toys is this has a terrible center of gravity. If we just turn it towards the camera there, it's leaning this way. And would you believe the foot that should be balancing it, that should be forward, holding the way it's leaning, is behind? Yeah, that's right. This foot should be where that foot is. It should be up front, so you don't end up with that happening where it falls over. Bonus review. There you go. That's what it is. Here we go. This is what we'll do. We'll get a good close-up of the hands, right? Chomp and Strike's hand. Look at that. Wrinkly old little maggot hand. Thrash and Throw's hand. An actual T-Rex hand with, like, definition of muscles, bone structure. One thing that I'm not too great about, or happy with, is, like, the segment cuts. As you can see here, you've got cut, cut, cut. But, saying that, there are only 3 cuts. It's solid plastic. They knew what they were going to do. On to what not to do, her ex-boyfriend. You. This is what not to do. How many segments do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 segments, and absolute, like, what is the point? You've got this little bit, you've got like a little maneuver segment here. But what's the point in having another segment for this flappy tail? It's just god-awful, this whole thing. Like, the overpainting, if you look at the teeth, the overpainting of the teeth, it looks like it's lost teeth. Obviously, this T-Rex does not brush its teeth. The extra dark brown paint for the mouth, the lizard eye you've got there, the whole definition of the T-Rex head is not Rexy. Look at that, it can't even see straight forward. What kind of predator is this? It's a herbivore. It doesn't have binocular vision. Just look at its stances. You got that one, or you got that one. Feet alone, like it's just an extended like velociraptor. If you look at those claws on those toes, just the toes in general, it's just got this really long. I don't even know what kind of dinosaur that is. If you look at the thrash and throw, that's T-Rex's foot right there. That's a big theropod carnivore. You compare the two. There is no comparison, honestly. In fact, there's extra squeaking there. There's no longer. This is 3 years old, and no longer is there just like click, 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 because there was loud clicking. Now you've got this extra squeaking 3 years later. Like, I can't, there, Jesus. So now no longer do you have this, like, smooth action of up, down, up, down. Now it gets stuck. You can do the roll, and then, look at that. Look at that. I feel like I have to break the bloomin' toy. In other words, the Chomp and Strike T-Rex is a complete letdown. Now let's try. Now bear in mind, this is only after a couple of days of opening, or 2 days of opening. But if 3 years is anything to go by, hopefully this has no problem. So you've got that. And you can do this over and over. All I can hear is the snapping of the jaw. That's it. That's all I can hear. If you listen, I don't hear any mechanics going on here, any clicking, any mechanism like clicking into place. And for the roar, no clicking, no nothing. And then if you compare it to this, in other words, die, die, die. There you go. And the mechanic for the leg, like in the Chomp and Strike T-Rex, it had like this segment cut, and it was all a spring action all the way up. Whereas they've done a much better job here. They were like, why do we need all that? Just put a button. So let's say a kid is playing with their human toys and they want them to hear the T-Rex. They don't have to do this in the background. All they have to do is this. Do you hear that? Got it. I now know how to do the roll. It's basically, if you want to do the bite action, you twist the tail up. Like, try and rotate your hand like that. Don't try and move the actual T-Rex up. Just twist it. That's all you do is just twist it. Don't try and force your arm up. Just twist. And if you want the roar, do the opposite. Twist your hand the other way. This is it, guys. You want a T-Rex that has it all. Electronics, stomping feet, biting action, and an amazing sculpt and paint job? This is the one you want. What's it even called again? The Thrash and Throw Tyrannosaurus Rex. Super Colossal is great. It's big, it looks like the sculpt, of course, because it's just like a scaled version of this, is great. But as far as like a kid or a toy collector goes, this is probably the Rex that's closest in scale. This right here is all down to us. We didn't want that Hasbro crap anymore. We demanded better. If I might not be mistaken, maybe the best T-Rex figure we've ever gotten because of everything that it does. I'm not gonna lie. I like the Red Rex. I like the Bull Rex. I like the Thrasher T-Rex. That's my favorite from the Lost World franchise, that T-Rex. The only thing that's letting this guy down is the rubber. It doesn't have the rubber. But apart from that, this is the one, guys. This is the one you want. This is what we've been waiting for. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and until next time, I'll see you later. Oh, bye-bye.